Technologies of the Ancient World, Tracing the Lost Science, Miracles Buried in Time. Part 1. The Science Time Forgot. Thousands of years ago, there were no telescopes, no electricity, no computers. Humanity, we're told, was primitive, trapped in the Stone Age. But what if we're wrong? What if the world once reached the heights of science and engineering long before recorded history? In 1901, Greek divers discovered a Roman shipwreck off the island of Antikythera. Buried in the sand was a corroded mass of bronze gears. At first, no one cared. But decades later, X-ray scans revealed something extraordinary inside, a machine of impossible precision, the Antikythera Mechanism. Built around 100 BCE, this handheld device contained more than 30 bronze gears and rotating dials. When researchers rebuilt it, they realized it was an astronomical computer, capable of predicting the movements of the moon, the planets, and even eclipses. Incredibly, it used differential gearing, a concept not rediscovered until the 19th century. Who created it? Archimedes? Hipparchus of Rhodes? No one knows, but its existence rewrote history. Perhaps technology reached a golden age and then vanished. Let's move to Rome, the empire that shaped the ancient world. Even today, Roman aqueducts, bridges, and harbors stand tall. Modern concrete crumbles in 50 years. Roman concrete endures for millennia. Why? Scientists hunted for the secret. Roman engineers didn't mix cement as we do. They combined volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. When hot quicklime met water, it produced heat, forming microscopic crystals that allowed the concrete to heal itself over time. When cracks appeared, seawater triggered a reaction that made the structure stronger. In other words, Roman concrete was alive. Modern engineers still struggle to reproduce it. If we succeed, it could revolutionize sustainable construction. Rome may have fallen, but its knowledge whispers through the stones that still defy time. Now to Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. In the 1930s, archaeologists near Baghdad unearthed clay jars with copper and iron rods inside. When reconstructed, they produced a small electric charge, less than 1 volt, but enough to astonish the modern world. This became known as the Baghdad Battery. Could the ancients have discovered electricity 2 millennia ago? Some say these jars were used for electroplating gold and silver, others for ritual or medical purposes. Imagine a priest in a dimly lit temple, holding a jar that glowed faintly in his hands, a divine spark mistaken for magic. Maybe, just maybe, the first light in human history shone there, only to be forgotten. These discoveries tell one story. Ancient people were not primitive. They calculated the sky, mastered materials, and harnessed unseen forces. Maybe we're not inventing the future. Maybe we're remembering it. Part 2. Engineers of the Past. The brilliance of the ancient world wasn't limited to metal or stone, it reached into the realm of light itself. Archimedes, the genius of Syracuse, once faced the invading Roman fleet. Legend says he lined the shore with giant bronze mirrors, focusing sunlight onto the ships until they burst into flame. For centuries, this was dismissed as myth, until MIT students replicated the experiment. When they aligned the mirrors, the concentrated sunlight ignited a wooden hull within minutes. The death ray of Archimedes might not be a legend after all. But Archimedes' mind went further. He understood the laws of buoyancy, designed automatic systems, and may have built the first steam-powered machines. If true, the Industrial Revolution may have sparked once before, only to be lost in the fires of history. Now we journey to Egypt. The pyramids rise from the desert like eternal monuments of precision. Each stone block weighs over 2 tons. How are they moved, and why do they align perfectly with the stars? Some archaeologists believe the Egyptians used wet sand to reduce friction, sliding the blocks across lubricated paths. Others, like French chemist Joseph Davidovits, proposed something revolutionary. The blocks were cast in place using an ancient geopolymer concrete. By mixing limestone powder, water, and natural minerals, the Egyptians may have poured the stones themselves. Microscopic analysis of pyramid blocks supports this idea. Their structure differs from natural rock. If true, the Great Pyramid was not carved, but molded, a triumph of chemistry lost to time. Above those massive stones, the stars gleamed. The pyramids were built in perfect alignment with celestial constellations, the heavens mirrored on Earth. This brings us to another civilization obsessed with the skies, the Sumerians. On their clay tablets lie maps of the stars, planetary cycles, and lunar eclipses. Some markings depict celestial details invisible to the naked eye. How could they know? Maybe through generations of meticulous observation, or perhaps by preserving knowledge from an even older civilization. One Sumerian text reads, "The heavens are the paths of the gods, the stars are their eyes." To them, astronomy was sacred science. Their calendars were so precise that modern astronomers still marvel at their accuracy. They tracked equinoxes, lunar phases, and planetary motion with mathematical perfection. Sumer may have been humanity's first scientific society, and yet its brilliance vanished beneath centuries of conquest and sand. Libraries burned, empires crumbled, languages died, but knowledge never truly disappears. It lingers, in gears from Greece, in crystals of Roman concrete, in the silent spark of a Mesopotamian jar, in the reflection of Archimedes' mirrors, in the dust of Egyptian stones, in the cuneiform of the Sumerians. All whisper the same truth. Humanity forgets, but it also remembers. Every discovery we make today may just be a rediscovery, a fragment of wisdom reborn. Perhaps we're not racing toward the future at all. Perhaps we're walking in circles, back toward a forgotten dawn. Because the story of humanity is not just the story of invention, it is the story of rediscovery. Maybe, just maybe, the past was the future all along.